May gusto ko i-share, especially para sa mga aspiring entrepreneurs na maaaring makapanood nito. As an aspiring entrepreneur, most likely, bakit ka nga ba mayroong desire in your heart? May kagustuhan na maging isang entrepreneur? Most likely, sometime, somewhere, na-encounter mo yung concept of financial and time freedom. Maybe nabasa mo yung libro ni Robert Kiyosaki, and you've learned about the power of passive income, which dinescribe niya sa kanyang book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and Cash Flow Quadrant. And yung idea ng passive income is that, it's appealing to you. Gusto mo magkaroon ng mas maraming time for yourself and your family nang hindi ka nakakulong lang sa 9 to 5 jobs until you lose your 40 years of employment. I know may mga tao talaga na nag-excel sa employment, pero if you feel like parang nag-overstay ka na and you want to explore a different world, then most likely, isa kang aspiring entrepreneur. Now, if you are an aspiring entrepreneur and naniniwala ka sa power of lifelong learning, self-education, then I think you have a better chance because may mga bagay kang dapat matutunan. You have to be self-directed pagdating sa learning. That's really a powerful part of becoming an entrepreneur. Now, yes, gusto mo maging entrepreneur and at the same time, gusto mo yung idea ng meron kang financial and time freedom. Pero right now, ikaw ay isang full-time na empleyado or maybe you are self-employed and wala ka halos time. That's really a challenge to a lot of aspiring entrepreneurs. And not only you have limited time because of your work, karamihan wala ding sapat na capital to get started, right? Alam mo naman, when you start a traditional business or even yung mga ibang ino-offer na business opportunities out there, kailangan mo talaga ng malaking capital, right? And at the same time, dahil nga naubos yung time mo, dedicated yung time mo sa work mo, wala ka din namang practical business experience. So you like the idea of having a financial and time freedom. You want to go to business, but at the same time, you have these kinds of limitations. So ang tanong, what will I do now? Right? Not to mention that in the near future, which nagsimula na some years ago pa, yung rising age of artificial intelligence. So in the near future, kung mag-i-stay ka sa job mo right now, what's the chance that your job will be affected by the artificial intelligence? And according to reports, there's around 40% of jobs will eventually disappear dahil sa artificial intelligence disruptions. So it's a big challenge. Gusto mo maging entrepreneur, you want, the financial and time freedom, but you are employed, you have limited capital, and you don't have the necessary skills yet. And you are at risk being displaced. Your work, yung employment mo is at risk being displaced by the artificial intelligence. And that's a dilemma that a lot of aspiring entrepreneurs have right now. So what I propose is that magkaroon ka ng transition stage. If you are an aspiring entrepreneur and you want to become a starting entrepreneur, pero may limited experience ka, limited capital ka, and you have limited time, then it's ideal na magkaroon ka ng transition strategy. And in this phase, of course, you need as much support systems as you can get. You need, to grow yourself, and you need to build capital in the process. And what we can offer dito sa Angat.ph is that makakapagbigay tayo ng platform ng transition stage for aspiring entrepreneurs, especially mga employed and self-employed. How can you transition from an aspiring entrepreneur into a legitimate entrepreneur? And in this transition stage, we have a roadmap that we can show you. It's made up of 3 parts. You build yourself, that's the part 1, and then you build your team, that's the part 2, and then you have to go to the stage where you build your capital. So may capital build-up program tayo dito. Now, we want you to explore this. There are adventure call session. It's a free session where you can actually learn about paano natin ito gagawin. That's free. Wala kang babayaran doon. Pero, hindi ka magbabayad ng cash. Hindi ka magbabayad ng tuition fee. But you have to pay your involvement with your most important currency. Ano yun? Ano yung most important currency natin? It's attention. You have to pay attention. Okay? That's what you have to give. That's what you have to pay. Well, ultimately, ikaw ang captain of your own ship. No? We can only give you the environment where you can transition. Now, of course, when I say entrepreneur, it's quite different than just money making. An entrepreneur is someone that has a different identity from an employee. Hindi ito skills lang. Pwede kang pumasok ng school, conventional school, learn about the skills, but if you're in the wrong environment, there's no chance for you to actually grow and become an entrepreneur. And I believe that that's very important as a factor. Say, for example, like, what if yung mga teachers mo, what if yung instructor, yung mentor mo, they have their own business as well. And ang pagiging isang entrepreneur, it's an identity, as I mentioned, it's a state of mind, it's a consciousness. Ibang-iba yung iyong way of thinking, yung belief systems and values mo. That's what you are going to build first. No? So in these 3 stages, we will help you grow. We will journey with you, and we have a course that allows you to actually build yourself, build your team, and build your capital. Now, what if you are already an existing entrepreneur, meron ka ng negosyo and you think nothing is happening at the moment, or you feel like ang slow na mga kaganapan? Well, you may also want to explore and see whether our roadmap can help you na makapag-build ka din ng iyong team, and at the same time, makapag-build ka ng iyong capital na extra, right? Now, of course, as an entrepreneur, we already believe that you are in a constant state of learning, di ba? Yan ang isa sa mga mega competence ng mga entrepreneurs. They are learners. No? Lahat ng bagay kayang pag-aralan, right? So, I hope that you explore this meeting that we have set. Usually, kung ano yung soonest na schedule na meron, you avail that. You talk to the person who gave you this video, who showed you this video, and i-discuss mo sa kanya, your desire na I want to become an entrepreneur, pero I need a support system, I need a community that can help me. I don't have huge capital to begin with, and at the same time, wala pa akong practical experience. I lack the courage right now. Can I look into what you guys are doing? And no commitment ito. We're not gonna force you to join us. No, explore mo lang. It's ultimately it's your decision for yourself. No one can make that decision for you. Ikaw lang pwedeng gumawa yan. So check the link that we have somewhere in this video, or if this is given to you by a person, then ask that person kailan ang next schedule ng ating adventure call. See you sa ating sessions.